Hey, good morning. This is Vito Scarnecchio with the Abitano Group. Today we're talking about everything going on in the Silicon Valley real estate market. Lots of stuff going on, lots of ups and lots of downs. That's what we're here to talk about. Try to make this fun and lighthearted, and we're going to try to do it as quickly as possible. So let's get moving. First thing on the market is, or the first thing on the tabs are the list price to sales price ratio. And that is an indication of the highest, most expensive, or highest ratios of homes sold in Silicon Valley. Now, I have a whole bunch of other ones that I look at, and that's what we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks. We're going to look at one of these each week, so make sure you stay tuned. But this one is all of Santa Clara County in the last 30 days. And what I want to draw your attention to is there's two records right now. The highest list price to sale price ratio is 48.6% over list price, which is crazy. That's over $1 million. So that's what it is right here. That's your delta. That was in Sunnyvale. But here's one thing that really caught my attention: $2,102,000 over list price. It's crazy. Now you're like, and it started off at almost $5 million, which was crazy in the first place, right? But it's Los Altos, three and a third acres, and this is the property right here. It's a beautiful home. If you look at it, it's gorgeous inside and out, very modern looking, even though it's a little older. It's 40 years old. But gorgeous home. Is it worth $2 million over ask price? Obviously it was. So there it is. The other thing that we're looking at too is the other side of the spectrum. So, houses, you're hearing all these great stories about houses that are selling for massive amounts of money over list price, which we just saw. There's houses actually in Santa Clara County that stay on market for a long time. Now, this isn't just Santa Clara County. This is pretty much the whole, all of the coast area as well. So I always look at down here because you never know, right? You just never know what possible homes might go for sale or might be on market longer. And these houses right here are anything under $2 million, 3+ bedrooms that have been on market over 40 days. Okay, so that's the criteria right there. But you look at this right here, and that's everybody. And yes, there are houses in San Jose that stay on market a lot longer, even in Redwood City and Palo Alto, although this is East Palo Alto, San Mateo. And a lot of the reasons why is because of the seller might think that the house is worth more based on the condition, location, and market conditions. But also there's other things that might factor into it too. Like the buyer might have gotten into contract with full desire to buy the house, but maybe something happened. They didn't qualify. They lost their job. God forbid something happened horrible to them. But that's kind of what happens. Houses tend to stay on market if there's one thing out of whack, which is important. And I tell all my sellers this: if you have a house that's sitting on market for a long time, it becomes stagnant, then you get people that will come and give you lowball offers, which you don't want. You absolutely don't want. But let's take a look at this one. I think this is the one I was looking at. And this is in the Villas, the Los Paseos area, where they have, Bernal and Santa Teresa here. So Los Paseos, we always call them the Villas. There's a small HOA, but you also have a pool that you can belong to. It's a really nice pool. And this house was in contract. This house, if you look at the house, it has a lot of the factors that everybody's looking for. Windows, it's a nice big house. Here's an original floor plan. I've sold this floor plan, but opposite elevation, meaning it was flipped before. The downstairs bathroom is a master, the downstairs bedroom is a master or primary, and it has a sunken tub. So it's a little dated as far as the floor plan is concerned, but that's what you get when you get older homes. These homes are 50, 60 years old. You want to see some updates in it. Some of the things that I can tell you that are outliers are the tile on the kitchen counter, the appliances are a little bit older. But also, if you look at the history, it really tells a little bit of what happened. So, no fault of the seller. What happened was it went into contract within 6-7 days, and then it fell out of contract, and then sat there for about a month, about 15 days, and well, we got to get it. We got to do something. Let's do something. Let's lower the price to 1.3 and see if we can find some buyers. So this is quick sell, but what typically is going to happen now is that you're going to get a rush of buyers coming in, and then it'll come back up to market value. What market value is right now, we're not really sure what's going on, except for the fact that rates are going up, buyers are taking a breather, buyers are being a little more picky right now, right? So, I've been in 3 meetings this week about listing people's homes, and that's the discussion I'm having. It's kind of hard because it's like, well, how can I believe you, Vito? It's like, well, rates are going up, inflation's runaway. The reason why we're doing that is because we're raising rates to stop the runaway inflation, hopefully stave off a lot of different things. The unfortunate thing is that the market slows down. The market will slow down just a tad bit. Here in the Silicon Valley, we always have a surplus of buyers, but because the rate's going up, affordability becomes less capable for you. So if you're really struggling to buy a $1.5 million or $2 million home and rates go up, now you're shifting down to 1.2 to 1.7 million. So your affordability goes down, which makes you less competitive. And the struggle becomes, how do we get you into a house that you can afford? The reason why the house market here is not going to struggle or stop or slow down, in our belief, in our understanding, is there's still a surplus of buyers. There's more buyers than there is supply. There's more demand than there is supply. Even though rates are going up, it makes it harder for people to buy. But they also know that at the end of May, rates might go up even to 6%, which that could hurt everybody. People still understand that. If you're a buyer, you're like, ouch, this really hurts. This sucks. I'm really frustrated. I've lost 15, 20 bids. Now I can't afford as much house. Still need to buy a house. You still need to buy a house. And here's what we're telling people. Buy it now. Take the horrible rate, the sucky rate. Although, 4.25% isn't that bad. 4.5% isn't that bad. If it's 5%, 6% is marginal. Wait 6 months to a year and then refinance. Possibility of the market kind of ceasing, the inflation ceasing, and then we're getting back onto normal track is possible, but the possibility of rates coming back down to feed the market, it's going to happen over time, right? And if it's not 6 months to a year, it might be 5 years down the road, then you refinance and then you have your rate. But what we tell people is you pay off your loan, pay off the loan as quickly as possible, and buy the house. So anyway, that's where we are here. This is another one we looked at on Lincoln. It's 100 and that's not. This one says it's built in 2021, but I don't think so. This one is 112 years old. You can look at it. Maybe they rebuilt it, but yeah, everything about this floor plan. It's been on market over 20 days, which I don't know why this one popped up. So anyway, let's get on. So the next question is, where are people moving to? You hear a lot of people about relocating, getting out of California or moving out of different states. Where are people moving to? Well, Arizona, Idaho, Montana, especially Arizona. A lot of people are kind of done moving to Texas right now, but right now it seems like Florida, and this has to be biased, right? I mean, if you look at this is mostly East Coast homes, like Myrtle Beach, beautiful place, awesome place to go visit. Fort Myers, which is in Coral Gables area, that's on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Mount Pleasant, New York City, plus 84. And that, I think, means that there are actually less people moving in, etc. Like the Villages. Villages is a retirement town, city, megalopolis for older folks, and they move there, and there's a lot of people that move, and I think it goes coast to coast in Florida. Almost, it's just huge, just the huge megalopolis. But you have to be older, I think 65 plus to get into it, which is why more people are moving into that. Bradenton is in Tampa Bay area, Gulf Coast. A lot of people are moving there. Seems like that's a really fun place. We're going to check it out. We're actually going to Florida in June to check out the Gulf Coast. So I'll be sending out videos on that. Myrtle Beach, North Carolina, St. Augustine, Tennessee. My mom and dad moved here 4 years ago now, to Knoxville. A lot more people are doing that. And I think what it is, it's more because of policy, higher cost of living here in California on the coast, for sure. People are starting to move to places where there's less taxes and less costs of living. Naples is nice, but Naples has exploded as far as affordability is concerned. We're looking at that as well. And Florida you're looking at anything on the coast, you're looking at minimum $2 million up to $12-15 million for a house, etc. All right, so here's a thing. Here's Tampa. Bradenton is in this area right here. Here's Cape Coral, Fort Myers. That's what we just talked about. Actually, there's a lot of people moving out of the Miami area, getting out of there. And this area right here, right in the armpit, people are actually leaving. But this is, Tallahassee, etc. So there you go. I'm going to take try this to see how this works. If it works, great. We'll use it next time. But if not, I want you to tell me that this doesn't work. But this is the real estate WTF of the week. I thought it was hilarious. Let me see if you can hear it.
Yeah, you're here for the open house? Yeah. Yeah, come on in. Oh, yeah. No problem. Yeah, just right over here if you want to sign in. Right this way. Yeah, the sign-in sheet's right over there with some cookies. Just watch out for black widows. I've seen a couple over there.
Black widows.
Thank you. There's some cookies. These are my favorite around here. Reese's. Chewy chips away. You want a water or anything?
She looks disgusted.
Smoke cigarettes or something, but it's pretty much in good shape. Moving ready.
Do you mind showing me around?
I'm probably just gonna stay over here, but yeah, you're welcome to go down there and take a look.
You have a flashlight?
I don't. I'd say probably use your phone. One more thing.
This guy's totally ready.
Pretty much like new. It was replaced probably like 15 years ago. It's in really good shape.
Well, okay, thank you.
That was hilarious. If you haven't seen any of my photos, mostly they're crazy photos, but you can use this tag REWTF in Facebook and look it up, and you'll see hundreds, if not thousands now, of weird photos of homes for sale or other homeowner type fiascos. Okay, so that's crazy. That was given to me by Jenny Baldy. Thank you again. I appreciate that. Here's something fun to look at, just as a bigger picture type of thing for us to understand what's going on. Santa Clara County, one of the top places to live, most expensive places to live, not just gas and everything else, but housing, obviously. Our median price today is $1.85 million, almost $2 million. This is Santa Clara County. So there's smaller houses, that are worth less. You'd be hard pressed. I don't think you can find anything under $1 million in the single family unless it's burnt out with black widows. So condo prices have absolutely gone down. And we say that condos and townhouses are on parity with single families, meaning price per square foot, they're pretty much equal. There might be plus or minuses depending on area and condition and age. But for the most part, if you're buying a 1,200 square foot townhouse or condo, it's probably going to be about the same price as a single family house. minor differences. It used to be vastly different, like 25% versus 100%. So if your condo was worth 250, you would be paying, 800 million for a house. Nowadays, it's the price per square foot is pretty much the same. Here's just the median sales prices and median averages over different towns. And because I live in Blossom Valley, I always like to look and see what my median is. My house is a little bit larger. I have a 2,300 square foot house. So my house obviously is worth a little bit more. Santa Teresa, 1.5. So just a little bit less. Evergreen is next to Silver Creek. So that kind of adjusts that price there. Cambrian, Berryessa, really nice homes over there. Willow Glen, obviously that's high-end area. I'm looking for Almaden. There it is, Almaden 2.5. So if you're looking for the highest, most expensive homes in San Jose, it's Almaden Valley. And then Willow Glen. And then here's something I found was kind of fun. It goes back to 1984, right? We have the 1989 7.5 earthquake. That kind of shook up the market for a couple of years. We saw the .com bust or boom, and then the .com bust, the pop, which only affected the housing market for, I want to say 6 months. It was a very short time frame. That's when we bought our house, I think. Yeah, in about this time frame. And then we sold our house right around here. Then we bought this house that we're living in, and then we saw this go down. And now we're here, and it's just been crazy ever since. So a lot of speculation as to why this is booming so much, why the market is booming so much, is people are staying at home. They need more room in their homes, right? That was stuff that we were talking about during COVID. But now we're also seeing big corporations buy multiple houses, hundreds of houses, thousands of houses. There's one corporation, BlackRock, said to put in over $100 million in homes in the Sun Belt, which is Florida, Texas, and that area. And that's where you're seeing a lot of boom, but you're also seeing a lot of people moving out that way too. So there's more competition. I have people moving to Oregon, to Idaho, to Texas, to Arizona, and Florida, and they're all getting beat out on multiple offers. So, real estate, I always say real estate is kind of like like a little league soccer game. When the ball gets kicked over here, all the kids run over here. It's a brand new shiny house. They all want to go take a look at it, and they all fight for the ball. Instead of playing position and you play where you're strategically placed, there's a lot of strategies that we can use to help people buy homes. So that's it. But here you go. Santa Clara County is still the king. San Francisco County, and it's not just downtown San Francisco, but there's a larger county, etc. So you can look at all this. If you want to look at some of these, please let me know. I'm happy to send you the links. That's pretty much it for today. I think this was about 15 minutes. Want to keep it cool, fun, light, and enjoyable. If you have ideas or questions or more crazy photos for homes, please send them. We'd love to send them and share them to our groups. I'm Vito Scarnecchia with the Abitano Group. We'll see you out there.